And that's why we're doing environmental impact statements, because there are going to be effects on groundwater drawdown. And so that will be described and disclosed to the public. It shows what those effects are going to be. But if it came to the point where I thought I was going to substantially or significantly affect the National Conservation Area or the Arizona Outstanding Waters, we wouldn't be going forward, because I'm not going to go forward with a decision that would affect those.
Then if I can do a follow-up here.
So that didn't answer your question, I'm sorry.
You answered
I'm
most
not
of
trying
it,
to
but
circumvent.
I'm still left with one question. You specifically said that your research and your models had shown a reduced effect compared to what you originally thought on the outstanding waters and the NCA. What about the private wells owned by people? There's people quite
Yeah, there's still
concerned
going to be
about that.
effects on wells, individual wells, on Empire Gulch, and other particular areas that have that are closer to the proposed site. And so the answer isn't, is everything going to be mitigated and everything's going to be fine? No, there are going to be effects. And that's what we're going to disclose, is that there are going to be potential drawdown effects of local wells and of particular stream reaches, but not to the Cienega and Davidson, Lower Davidson creeks, which is were those concerns which I addressed.
Has Rosemont responded to your request for an explanation about why they want so much more power to the site than what appears to be needed?
Well, we've asked them to provide us that information, and I'm still gathering that information and trying to address that. So it is one of the questions that we asked when we got the additional information from you. So I can't tell you at this point what that answer is, but I know that we've asked that question.
So if I can follow up on the water, you're saying there will be effects, but at this point the issue's settled.
Well, when you say the issue's settled, I think what I could say is that our analysis is complete to this point as far as our modeling goes.
And you're happy with your analysis?
Well, I wouldn't characterize anything as being happy. It's just that we have completed it, and I'm satisfied that we've addressed those issues.
So water is not an issue at this point?
Water is an issue, yes. As I said, we're going to disclose that there's going to be impacts. Water effects on Davidson, Lower Davidson, and Cienega are not as substantial as that I was originally concerned about.
The impacts, the way they stand, would not stop the mine from going forward?
That's correct, as they stand today, without review and without those things.
What about west of the mountains? You mentioned east of the Empire Gulch. Are there any effects that are going to happen west of the mountains?
Nothing that has substantially changed from the original solid draft.
Okay.
Jim, following up to those last two questions, would it be fair to assume that you've taken into consideration the drawdown of the aquifer west, which affects obviously Green Valley and Santa Rita, would anticipate a failure of the dry stack tailing process, which, as Mr. Doherty has outlined, has never been done in any kind of magnitude like that anywhere in the world, would require a substantial increase in water use, and their estimated 6,000 acre-feet per year could balloon up to uncontrolled amounts because the state does not have any control over their mining use of water. And if that were to happen, it would be a major detrimental effect to the entire region of Green Valley and Santa Rita and southern Arizona. I mean, does your ability to say, well, they've got this new plan now and it may add more waste rock, and if dry stack doesn't work, there's more mitigation that could be necessary, or there's more of a risk, I guess, is to simplify my question.
Well, again, you know, when people say, why are you doing more analysis, why are you taking more time, it's because I need to be assured that we're not going to do undue risk to the resources, to the communities, more than what they need to have with this particular proposal. So I'm not interested in making a decision to have a proposal that's going to have catastrophic impacts. So that's just not what I'm going to do. But can I be 1,000% assured that nothing's going to happen. Yeah. And so we have a robust monitoring program being planned. We have substantial bonding requirements that are going to have them do, which are very significant amounts of money that we're going to ask Rosemont to have in escrow. So that is how we address those things.
You got a number for the bonding yet?
Not yet. Ongoing.
On a personal level, do you enjoy your job?
So is it fair to say there's no time frames, there's no time frame to say this is going to wrap up?
No, I don't want to say that.
But what's the outside, well, give us a parameter then.
I'm not going there with you because that'll be the,
That's very wise.
that'll be the.
That's very wise.
So, no, it's not an unending process. And there will be a conclusion. It will conclude when we answer these questions that are outstanding.
But it does sound like people can keep requesting changes back and forth, and that could just keep slowing things down.
Yeah, you could maybe conclude that, but I have the responsibility to look at what's being requested and say, that makes sense to make that adjustment, or, you know, we have looked at that and we need to go forward. So that's part of the responsibility that I have, is to weigh those and make a determination of whether or not that we have addressed it. And so there are many things that people have asked us to do, which we'll say, you know, thank you, we appreciate that, but this is how we're going to address it. So it's not to everything that everybody asks us to do, we drop everything and say, okay, we're going to go do it. And if you sat in my shoes and know how many times we've said no to certain things, then you would know. But it's a challenging project, no doubt. Okay. All right. I'm here, you know, just to answer anything individually if you'd like to, till probably about 2:15 or so. So thank you for coming, and I do appreciate you being able to get this information out, and I hope that it's useful to you. Thank you.
Thank you.